Welcome back. Once again, final time tonight of the high school sports page brought to you by the Burns Insurance Group. We're going to take a quick look at Division II AA. No changes in my statewide poll. BA beat Ryan. Christian Brothers beat St. Benedict. And MBA remains at number 3 even with a week off.
No change in the mid-state. BA, as you said, Murphy wins over Father Ryan. MBA did not play, and Baylor beat Pope John Paul 42-21 last week.
In Division II Single A, FRA still number 1 despite a scare from DA, winning 31-28. North Point Christian out of South Haven, Mississippi, also had a close call but beat Harding 12-7. Davidson with that close win or close loss to FRA, my new team at number 3.
Mid-state, FRA still number 1 after that Davidson Academy win, but the Bears stay at number 2 in spite of that close loss, and BGA moves back into the 3rd spot with a big win over Ezel Harding, and DCA dropped out after a tough 16-13 loss to Friendship Christian.
Of course, you knew all that anyway, right, Laura?
Exactly, yeah.
Laura Mayberry with the United Dairy Industry Association. That's a hard group of words to put together, but we're glad you're with us again tonight.
Always happy to be here.
You said you were going to talk about sugar. I see you've got a, what, 3-pound bag, staring at a 5-pound bag,
yeah,
whatever.
3 or 4 pounds.
Yeah.
And actually, believe it or not, the average American consumes about 3 pounds of sugar in their diet each week. So think about it in terms of this bag.
I'm over that number myself, I can tell you, unfortunately.
It is a scary thought. And it's really not even just from like cookies and sweets and desserts. Really the most sugar in our diet it sneaks in through drinks. So some examples I brought here today, some of your soft drinks, energy drinks, even sports drinks, and fruit punch, things like that can have a lot of added sugar and can really sneak up and catch up with us. And really the problem with that is it can, cause an increase in weight, but also some health conditions like diabetes and different things like that.
Doesn't do much for the teeth either, does it?
Doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. So what you really want to think about is if you are, craving some sugar, think about getting it, but also with some nutrition benefit. And that's why chocolate milk is always a great recovery beverage, because it does have some sugar, but it's also got a good protein ratio in there as well. So it's a great recovery beverage. Another good idea would be making a smoothie at home. Tonight I brought with me a pumpkin flavored smoothie. It's just appropriate for the fall, kind of a different twist on your typical fruit smoothie. But it's a great recipe, and we have it on our website to check out as well.
Awesome. We'll try and get the link to that and put that on our Facebook page.
Southeastdairy.org.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Laura, for those great tips. We'll try and do better. Okay.
Sounds good.
Terry, very quickly, we're getting down to the end here. 2.5 minutes left. Some great mid-state action though Friday night, right?
Yeah, we really do, Murphy. I'll mention 2 or 3 of them. Down in Waynesboro, it's Wayne County hosting Huntington. Both those teams undefeated in the top 5. It's very simple. The winner wins the region and is the top seed moving into the playoffs. Same thing can be said Camden at Fairview. Winner is the top seed. They're both undefeated in the region. And down at Summit, Summit Spartans still alive. They host Stewart's Creek down in Region 5-5A. That's a big football game. If Stewart's Creek wins, they probably assure themselves of a playoff spot. But if they don't, they're in trouble, and Summit needs to win to stay alive.
4 games listed on the East Tennessee schedule. I'm going to mention 2 of them. Morristown West at Sevier County. That ought to be a great ball game. 2 top 10 teams right there. And interestingly enough, Columbia Academy. They visit Whitwell, a team I saw 10 days ago down at South Pittsburgh. That's a very good 4-4 football team. CA better be ready. Those teams, by the way, could also meet in the playoffs. And now in West Tennessee, again, 4 games listed. I think the ones that are probably of most interest to mid-staters is Brentwood at Henry County. Brentwood just a game behind the Patriots in Region 7-5A. The winner likely gets a home field game in the first round of the playoffs. But Terry, I think both of those teams are playoff bound. Brentwood, though, does need another win to make it a little more susceptible to happening.
That's right. And Henry County comes to Centennial next week to close out the regular season. That's for your regional championship next week.
Ought to be a dandy.
Yep.
Germantown, at White Station. That one's of particular interest because that Region 4 in 6A has been so tough to call Whitehaven kind of leading the pack there a little bit, but it's kind of a crazy game of musical chairs, Terry. You never know on Friday night what lower-seeded team's going to beat the higher-seeded team.
There's no doubt. You got White Station and Whitehaven and 2 others, and it'll go down to the wire next week.
It's going to be fun. 2 more Friday nights of the high school season left, and then the playoffs. We have 1 more show. That's next week. Be sure and join us on the high school sports page right here on News 5 Plus.